Now, we have to study the histological feature. For that, we take the transverse slice of it, right? In this, what we see again, the layers. We start from within inwards to outwards. So the innermost that is shown in this eosinophilic darker stain is its mucosa, right? Okay. And as we know that mucosa consists of three layers. What? Number one, can you help me out?
Epithelium.
Yeah, this is epithelium. First there is epithelium, so don't forget. Then comes the lamina propria, very good. And then the muscularis mucosa. That may or may not be present, but we have to focus on the structure. So this chunk is being highlighted. This portion is the basement membrane of the lamina. We have to approach from the apical side. As you can see, there is stratification of the layer. So we know that it is a transitional epithelium because the epithelium of urinary system is even called urothelium or transitional epithelium. What striking thing about it could be, we know the basal cells are simple cuboidal. Later on they are changing their shape and adapting different shapes like polygonal shapes. But when they reach at the apical side, you see they look like a dome-shaped cell. So that dome, due to this feature, these cells are called as umbrella cells. So if somebody asks you that where lies the umbrella cells, typically in the urinary bladder you should mention, right? So the transitional epithelium here is accordingly. And there is another thing we will see in the other picture, the apical plasma lemma. What is special about it? Let's see. Okay, this is the histological section. What striking thing you see? There is a starry lumen, right? Due to the muscular contraction of this muscular tube, right? Okay. After looking into this muscular tube, what differential diagnosis you may carry in your mind? What other tubular structure you have seen so far? Can you name few? Yeah, rectum is, but it's too big to catch the lumen in it at 4x. We have got the fallopian tubes, right? We have got ductus deferens, if you talk about that. And seminal vesicle was there, but it was showing a labyrinthine sort of pattern. So, if we have to distinguish it rather with the appendix as well. So, in that we got larger lymphatic nodule, the lamina propria, which is definitely not being shown here, right? If it was a ductus deferens or a fallopian tube, their lumen is comparatively smaller than that of it, right? So here you see this starry lumen, then you get the epithelium which is transitional, and the number of layers are 3 to 5, which are being shown. Then the structure they are getting in is the next layer of the mucosa is the lamina propria. This is made up of dense, irregular connective tissue. When the term comes, the connective tissue, you must mention the cells like fibroblast and the fibers, reticular, elastic, if they are abundant, the collagen fibers, and ground substance, of course. Then, after that, no muscular mucosa as such is observed, and even no submucosa. So, what we get next? We have got a layer that is, what layer which we expect after that? Mucosa के बाद क्या होता है? Submucosa is not there. क्या होना चाहिए? Yeah, muscular layer, right? So muscular layer, we get the inner one is the longitudinal layer and the outer is the circular. Okay, then we reach in the final layer, that is the adventitia. That is well loaded with the adipose tissue and definitely the neurovascular bundle. You can see so many cross section of the blood vessels around, right? And that is showing its loose connective tissue nature in the adventitia. And again, we know the difference between adventitia and serosa. How serosa appeared? How serosa is different from adventitia? Any single point? It is like with that of mesothelium, if you recall. The simple epithelium that ends it. So there is no such layer, so we label it this loosely arranged layer or around. is the adventitial, right? Okay, we mentioned just two layers, the inner longitudinal and the outer circular. This is like if we have got this tube like ureter and we have got this longitudinal inner layer. When we cross it, they appear as a transverse section. You get it? And again, if I put around it outer circular layer, so you will get the longitudinally arranged smooth muscles in the form of layers. And when this ureter has to reach towards the urinary bladder, the third layer sometimes added, that is the outer longitudinal. So we get in routine the inner longitudinal, the middle circular, then it becomes near the urinary bladder. Then we get an additional layer, that is the outer longitudinal. Otherwise, two layers are there, right? Okay. So now after that we have to switch towards the histological actual slide. So kindly focus. Take a zoom out view. So it's a beautifully starry appearance of the lumen of the ureter. You have must learn in the first year as well. So this lighter stain looks like a net-like. This one is the transitional epithelium or urothelium, right? A striking thing you see that its apical plasma lemma or membrane is very much well marked. Usually the basal layer is well marked, na? ये वाली आपको prominent लगती है, but here you get this layer also very much prominent. Reason being Allah has made in a thicker form. Why? Because the urine that has to pass through and through this whole tubular structure is toxic in nature. So that thickness of the apical layer saves your mucosa from the toxic effects of the urine, right? One thing, and it shouldn't be reabsorbed there. Just it acts as a conduit. एक रास्ता provide कर रहा है for the passage of urine, right? Again, after that lighter stain, we get this lamina propria, which is typically shown very dense. And after that, now submucosae, and we enter into muscularis layer. Let me move and show you. This is the muscular area. The inner longitudinal, outer circular, and the outermost layer is the adventitium. You can see very clearly the loosely arranged layer, well laden with the adipose tissue. You are well aware of the signet ring appearance. If you rotate, and you can get a part of neurovascular bundle, that would be an arteriole, venule sort of structure you can find. So that typical starry appearance lumen helps you to distinguish histologically the ureter from rest of the slide. In that slide, usually the lumen is like this and very much thicker muscular wall is there. Ductus deferens and even the fallopian tube, right? But here, no doubt this is a muscular tube showing a thick pattern, but the lumen is very much wider in comparison to that of the outer muscular layer. Okay, now we will move it after that on the 10x to get a little bit higher magnification on 10x. Now if you can concentrate, this is the transitional epithelium, and this is the very much prominent apical plasma membrane, right? And this portion that is going along with it is its lamina propria. Is it clear? So from all sides you observe the transitional epithelium. So let's move it on 40x as well. So now you can see that is the typical transitional epithelium, that is the basement membrane. First layer could be low columnar or subcuboidal. When the shape is changing, they are becoming the polygonal, and but striking thing is when they reach at the top, still they have got dome shape, right? So this is a very good slide to show you the transitional epithelium of ureter. In the very center, this portion is densely packed to show the lamina propria as being dense irregular connective tissue. So definitely we are not here just to identify the epithelium. We are now supposed to identify the whole organ, right? So the best view to observe it on 4x, right? Because what things are advocating that it is a ureter. The whole lumen is there, the starry lumen, the transitional epithelium, the muscular layer. So that completes the details feature of the ureter. Thank you very much.